All right, welcome back. We had a little bit of a hiatus. I went to the Steelers game. Hopefully, everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas to all. And Rich is back to join us. Rich, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, Duke. Nothing going on really in good old Stark County, Ohio. Just chilling, getting ready for, Santa Claus to make his appearance next Thursday night. And that
Oh
is
yeah,
it.
yeah. So we got Santa Claus. Santa Claus ready to show up. The transfer portal is getting ready to open. Also, if you're new here, do us the biggest favor, hit that like and subscribe button. And yeah, so I guess we can get right into it. The news, if you guys would have been paying attention to the tea leaves from past episodes, we'll kick it right off with, since they're on the TV, Florida is currently playing basketball right now, but DJ Lagway has dipped. Imagine that.
Imagine that, Duke. Didn't we say that? That he's
I
going to hit the portal?
I said it. I said it
Didn't he?
as soon as as soon as they fired Napier, he was gonna leave. Like
Yeah.
it's not rocket science, guys. Um, Rayola leaving Nebraska as well.
Where's he going to go?
I don't know. It depends on what. Here's the problem. With Lagway and Rayola. Rayola didn't have a year that was as good as what they thought it was going to be. That happens. It's very, very interesting to say the least. I don't know. At the end of the day, what do you pay? What do you pay Rayola?
I don't
What
think
is?
he's good enough. I don't think he's good enough for. He's got what? How many years left of eligibility? Two?
Yeah,
Two?
yeah. He's got 2 years left. I don't. It's hard for me to sit up here and say that.
Maybe 3 mil. That's it.
I think he's going to be asking for top market value.
Oh, of
Um,
course.
I guess Cincinnati's quarterback hit the portal, and I guess he's going to get a couple mil from Texas Tech. Like I don't know, man. This transfer portal is wacky. It's weird. I'm not.
It's the wild west come to college football. NFL free agency, just on I would say a bigger scale.
Right. I don't think that. Looking at it, um, looking at it as a whole, is going to. It's going to fix itself. Um, like I said, the calendar is jacked. You have the Kiffin leaving, John Summerall's coaching two teams. You have, I don't know. I think they're going to have to move the season up 3 weeks.
They're going to have to. They're going to have to, and just
and have
leave
it
one in transfer portal after the season.
and have and I think we can go ahead and declare this: spring football is dead. Spring games.
Yeah.
I think the coaches are going to be banging the drum for the bowl games to be eliminated, because there are people like the wide receiver from Troy jumped in the portal not even 24 hours after the game. It is probably someone seen him play in that game. He had a pretty decent game, and boom, he's gone. Open season. That's what it is. And people are lying to themselves if they don't have a scouting department that isn't watching other people's film to scout players, not to break them down, just to scout players and who they can tamper with.
Yep, you got it.
So also today, LSU's interim coach just got hired as the running backs coach at Ole Miss. and they haven't even played their bowl game yet.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know where this shakes out. And then also a bizarre story that happened today. I guess it happened December 15th. Um, the 3 UTEP football players arrested and the general manager. So
Whoa.
I don't know. Basically, I'll read the post. This is from KFox 14. It says El Paso, Texas. 3 UTEP football players and a manager were arrested earlier this month on separate charges. One of the players was arrested on December 7th for evading arrest or detention. He was released on personal recognizance. The others, I'm leaving their names out, was arrested on December 7th for possession of marijuana and disorderly conduct. So, police documents stated that there was an involved fight with security personnel at a house bar at the Cincinnati Entertainment District near UTEP University. Blah 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 blah. Officers said they were responding to a shots fired. Interesting. Um, Basically, those dudes were running away and got charged with disorderly conduct. And then the manager, general manager, Gino, was also arrested on December 3rd for DUI. According to police documents, was allegedly caught driving the wrong way on a one-way street.
Great. He's lucky, unalive somebody.
Yep. So UTEP 4 arrests, 3 players, bar fight, allegedly shots fired. Now they had that was 4 days after the general manager arrested for DUI. So I don't UTEP, you got to get it together, folks. That ain't a good look.
It's a bad look. It's a bad look for the program. Who's going to want to send,
How
send
are
their
you
kid
gonna
there?
how are you gonna trust on what's going on? I mean, also that's pales in comparison to what's been going up and on at the University of Michigan. That is a whole on dumpster fire as well. More details coming out about that. The university, I guess, released a video today. They're investigating further. So if I'm assuming if you're on the football staff at the University of Michigan and they can prove any type of misconduct or anything like that, you are getting fired. So hopefully, with that being said, hopefully there's no other stuff. This is an isolated incident and this can go away. They can, try to get back to some type of normalcy for the football program, but highly doubt it. So, with that going on, more chaos out of Athens, Ohio, the University of Ohio, Rich.
Ooh.
So, Ohio fires. This is via Pete Thamel. The University of Ohio fires coach Brian Smith per the school. Smith violated the terms of his employment agreement by engaging in serious professional misconduct and participating in activities that reflect unfavorably on the university. What do you think that means? Fired for cause.
I did something along the lines maybe of Sharon Moore. Who knows?
I don't
Wait
know.
till wait till see what the facts come out. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
mean,
speculating here.
that's the biggest thing that we have going right now. And I mean, are we gonna reach a time to where we just don't have a news cycle with some type of coaching scandal? I get it.
No,
These
because
guys,
it keeps everybody talking about it, dude. It gives everybody topics to discuss about. I was shocked by it because I thought he was a hell of a coach down in OU.
That's what I thought too. So I don't know what he did.
I don't either.
Unbelievable. And we have that going on. I would say the UTEP players getting arrested, I think that is wrong place, wrong time. They probably got into a dispute with the security. With the security personnel at the bar. They probably did something, shove somebody, and they're going to ride for their boys, and that happened. Now, the general manager is a different story. He's an adult. I'm not excusing what the kids did because the disorderly conduct thing is a loophole to arrest somebody.
Yeah. They could get pled down and they could do community service, whatever. They could do something. It'll get dropped down to something lower
But
than that.
I'm just saying, in a span of a week, you have 4 arrests with the program.
Not a good look. I mean, it's
Not
a terrible look on the program. I mean, like we were just saying, like, what parent's going to allow their kid to go down there with all those shenanigans going on and to give that trust to that coaching staff?
Here's something that Outkick posted. And I know that I'm not trying to make this about Sharon Moore. So this is what Outkick posted. I'm not taking a shot at them, but this is what it says. Michigan scandal update. New sworn testimony reveals what Sharon Moore did at Stafford's home after firing. So I'll go on to read the relevancy of this. And this is what sticks out to me the way they wrote it. It says, before former Michigan head coach Sharon Moore was arraigned inside an Ann Arbor courtroom last Friday, the female staffer, along with her lawyers, spoke with police about what allegedly transpired that night. This includes the attorney's actual 911 call to alert the authorities. Okay, I have questions. Not that I'm defending, I just have questions. As Outkick first reported, the female staffer had gone to Michigan officials on Wednesday of last week to provide evidence of their relationship, which subsequently led to Sharon Moore being fired by the school. According to sworn testimony given to the Pittsfield Police Department during a complaint authorization hearing last Friday, Detective Jessica Walker spoke with multiple witnesses regarding the incident that led to Moore's arrest. Just stay with me here. In a transcript obtained by Outkick, the female staffer disclosed to police that she was preparing to leave town after giving evidence to the school on Wednesday that shined light on her relationship with Moore. According to sources, once Moore found out he was being fired, he immediately he goes over to the apartment and the events transpire. So attorney Heidi Sharp, who represents the female staffer, was the one who actually made the 911 call to police that the incident that had transpired in the staffer's residence. When Sharon Moore entered the residence, the female staffer initially called her attorney, where she was put on speakerphone and could hear the staffer saying, he's here, Sharon is here. According to the transcript of the interview, the female staffer told police Moore came into the residence, grabbed a number of knives, and then turned himself towards the detective Walker testified to. Turned himself towards her, I guess. I think that's poorly written. And then blah, 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 blah. The staffer and the attorney told it was only after Moore was put on speakerphone and could hear the attorney's voice, he backed off at coming at the staffer. Moore told police he had been in a relationship with the staffer approximately 2 years. And then he fled the scene, was later captured by local police a short time later in whatever county that is. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. While there is no assault charges filed against Moore, there was not significant evidence beyond reasonable doubt to insist to assault and batter the victim. Why is your attorney? I've never been in something like that, but if you know he's there, why wouldn't you just call the police first?
Yeah.
That's my only thing. Why
Kind of
wouldn't
wonder.
you?
Makes you wonder if this was maybe a setup.
Well, regardless, I mean, she goes to the authorities Wednesday. Why wouldn't that have been the last thing you did before you left town?
Yeah.
Not that I'm defending at all here. I'm just saying that I find it bizarre. Why wouldn't you call the police and then call your attorneys? Because your attorney can't protect you if he's holding you at knife point.
No. Yeah, I mean,
So
the smartest thing would to do, yeah, is to call police, get a unit over there ASAP.
because even if she calls the police on him, at if you call 911, I'm pretty sure if you call 911 and hang up, they're going to call back and then they'll send a unit to wherever the call was placed from.
Right.
I'm not sure what the whole mechanic. I'm not adverse in 911 protocol, but so that's a whole bizarre thing to me. I feel like that something doesn't with me sit right about the whole exchange there. I mean, if you knew that he was getting fired, if you knew he was getting fired, you should have said something subsequently before to like maybe not be there. Just a
thought.
Just a thought. Okay, let's go to the next topic. I just found that very, very strange. Also, UCF Old Dominion.
USF.
I got Old
Wrong
Dominion.
team.
Old Dominion +4. Let's go to ticket prices here for the CFB, Rich. First round
have to take out a
matchup.
loan.
Yeah, first round matchup. I'm assuming this is via Fox Sports. The most expensive ticket right now is Ohio State's waiting a matchup for the Cotton Bowl. Cheap tickets start at $410, other up to $2,066. Georgia Sugar Bowl, $2,013 from $215. Get in price. Rose Bowl's $333, which was with Indiana, up to $1,800. Texas Tech at the Orange Bowl. Texas Tech at the Orange Bowl is the most expensive ticket, as highest priced, $2,600 for some of the higher end tickets there to $204. First round matchups aren't that bad. I knew the tickets for A&M would be outrageous. $1,700 all the way to $233 for A&M Miami. $938 at Ole Miss Tulane, down to $263. And then Oklahoma, Alabama comes in with the cheapest get-in price for the high-end tickets. $713 to $162.
See, I thought it would be reversed. I thought that game would be pretty expensive, since that's, I would say, the marquee matchup this weekend in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about two SEC teams playing in the first round of the playoffs. Game day is going to be there. Basically all eyes are going to be on that matchup.
Will game day go to Alabama OU, or would they go to A&M Miami? Because I would think A&M Miami would be the sexier matchup because it's at noon. It's at noon, and you
Yeah.
go from game day right into the marquee matchup of the day.
Yeah, I see your point, but them being more favorable towards the SEC, I think they're going to highlight the two SEC teams playing in the that first round.
Well, the
Granted, I
reason
mean
why
Miami got snuck in this year.
I think
It,
they might be at both spots,
they could.
possibly, and then we
How the
have
hell are you gonna do? How the hell are you gonna do that though?
roll up there, and as soon as game day's over, load everything up
Take
and
a jet.
drive everything to College Station. If they drive there overnight, they might be able to get there, or have two sets of gear to where the only thing you're transporting is personnel and talent. And then,
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like have two different setups, like you were saying.
and also JMU Oregon $726 to $85 for tickets there.
That's gonna be a bloodbath.
We'll see. It is very interesting. I do have a there are just so many people jumping in the portal left and right, left and right, left and right.
Well, both Notre Dame's running backs just Jadarian Price just declared.
Yeah, I seen he declared that he was going to the NFL draft. Because speaking of Notre Dame, where did I have that? Hold on. The rule changes. This is something that I seen that I thought was fascinating. Next year's college football playoff field will look different due to an agreement signed in 2024 assessing each Power 4 champion a berth in the postseason field, plus the highest ranked non-Power 4 conference champion. So they're changing the format. If these rules were used this year, Duke would be in and would have advanced into the field as the ACC champion, bumping out JMU. Plus, Notre Dame would be placed in over Miami by being ranked higher in the top 12. Okay. Two things. Does anybody want to see the 8-5 Duke Blue Devils in the college football playoff?
I sure as hell don't.
I mean, it's bad
8-5.
enough.
8-5. Like really,
and they won the conference.
They run the conference, but really, you're gonna dumb, stupid. They're overcomplicating everything. You thought we'd have this figured out by now, Duke, but it's not.
I know. I think the Power 4 conferences should just. I think the Group of 5 would just needs its own playoff. I think that would be way more interesting than trying to watch JMU play Oregon. Now, on the flip side of this, I think Ole Miss wins the game no matter what, because I think Pete Golding's going to be a hell of a coach at Ole Miss. Now, the problem you have is just watch. JMU goes out there and shocks Oregon, and Oregon does the most Oregon thing ever and loses. Then we're all going to have crow on our face because, see, the Group of 5 could win. The Group of 5 could win, and then it's just going to be, the Group of 5 people won't shut up. Although I will say JMU has the biggest athletic budget for a Group of 5. Also, so we'll see if JMU goes in there and wins something. I don't know. I can't make that promise. But speaking of things kind of being messed up, we can do the John Summerall timeline I seen CBS Sports posted. So senior day for Tulane was November 29th. Senior day versus Charlotte Then Summerall accepts the the Florida job. This is all in one day. Tulane team practice. After practice, signs the Florida contract. Monday, December 1st, Tulane team practice, flight to Gainesville, introductory press conference, flight back to New Orleans. December 2nd through the 4th, 5 a.m. workout at Tulane, special teams meeting, position meetings. It starts at 5, then 7, then 7:30, and then team practice at 9:45, and then National Signing Day, plus Tulane has to play in the conference championship, plus that Sunday they find out they are going to the college football playoff. Summerall tweeted, "I have 2 jobs, I have 2 phones, and 2 hours of sleep" the other day.
Boy, that's rough.
Trying to run 2 programs at once, and you're getting ready for. You know what's funny? This is going to piss some Florida people off, but isn't it ironic that Tulane, JMU, Indiana have more college football playoff appearances than the University of Florida?
Hey, facts are facts.
And JMU has to travel 2,800 miles out to Autzen. Miami's traveling 1,200 miles to College Station. Alabama 705 miles to Oklahoma. And Tulane, little old Tulane's only got a 365-mile plane ride to Vaught Hemingway. That JMU
that's. Think they're going to be jet lagged at all? It's going to take. I mean, I know they're there this week, but getting adjusted to that time zone, how do you think that's going to play into Oregon's favor?
Oh, I think if I am JMU, I think you leave as soon as possible and try to find a spot to practice out there. That's just kind of my opinion. I don't know. It makes it tough because trying to find something, a spot to practice and packing up everything and getting everything out there is going to be just tough, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the players just getting acclimated because their biological clock, they're what, 3 hours ahead?
Yeah.
It's gonna do wonders, I think mentally and physically on them if they can't adjust right.
Also, here's another fun little tidbit that we could talk about. Who is Michigan going to hire? Because that's been airtight.
I heard they've reached out to Kirby Smart. I guess Kirby Smart's listening.
I don't think Kirby would even.
I don't know, Duke. I don't know who you go after. I don't know. I don't know if you get like a bridge coach for like 3 years, and whoever's the upcoming rising coordinator in the next 2-3 years. If it doesn't work out, you cycle them over. You think Dillingham will go out?
I don't think Dillingham's leaving Arizona State. I know people want to
either, but
I know people want to talk about Dillingham, and it would be a big hire for Michigan. I think that looking at a lot of the stuff that's going on, I don't know if they're going to be able to, I guess hire somebody who has a job already, that having the Michigan job come open was not on anybody's bingo card. So
I mean, all these big time programs having job openings this year, I don't think anybody had them on their bingo card.
Well, I get it. Michigan comes open, but at the end of the day, like, what do you do if you're Michigan? Because the hiring cycle, for the most part's over.
Do you think they would promote Alford?
Well, it depends
He's
upon if
been
they. I mean, I don't know. I think the hire's easier if I know Michigan fans would hate this, but I think that hiring Brian Kelly would stabilize the program and tell him up front, hey, we just need you to get us through next year, or make Biff Poggi the interim to get through the year so they can do a national coaching search in the offseason. Because you're pretty much too late in the game. You have to have somebody hired before the portal opens, because it's
right.
not going to sustain the program at all.
No.
So, but then again, I mean, LSU went through. I wouldn't say there has been a couple. I don't know if it was LSU, but before they completely named Kiffin the coach. But I mean, it's they're Michigan's stuck right now because who's available? Brian Kelly's
Nobody
available.
Brian Kelly, that's the only one I can think of.
And I know people will complain. But I know that they don't want Brian Kelly. But I almost think Brian Kelly's your best option, or promote somebody, make them the interim, give them a year. And also, is Underwood staying for sure?
Oh man, I saw something with his Twitter bio his Instagram bio that he took out Michigan quarterback. I think he's gonna hit. I think he's gonna hit the portal, Duke.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't. Well, I know Portnoy has said that he's not getting a raise. Portnoy came out and quashed that. But see, here's the problem. I think it lies with Lagway. I think it lies with Raiola. What are the firm numbers on these guys? Is Bryce Underwood worth more than Raiola? Is Lagway worth more than both of them?
I think they're pretty even across the board. I don't think you pay. They didn't really show me any flashes this year. Raiola didn't. Underwood didn't. Lagway, I mean, he was okay, but I still don't see him where you pay top dollar for him, Duke. I just don't see it.
Ooh, boy. This just tweeted. This is kind of breaking news. Kalashi, is that a sports book? It must be
Yeah.
something overseas. They intend to offer odds for people to bet on people entering the transfer portal. I don't see how that's going to be a disaster. Why would you do that as a sports book? I'm just simply asking the question on why you would do that as a sports book. That just smells like a bad decision.
I heard they got all sorts of stuff you can bet on.
Actually,
But like
I'm going to go out on.
players going in the portal. I mean, that's like throwing shit up against the wall and seeing if it sticks.
Yeah, very bizarre. They just showed on the USF game Heartline's introductory press conference. I don't know how that's going to shake out, because if Ohio State looks bad on offense, they're going to blame Hartline and say he's distracted.
Yeah.
As I see Jadarian Price and Jeremiah Love's statements, Dion McLouth, Raiders running backs coach, reposted it. Those were his guys. He loved those dudes. He played at Miami of Ohio. So He has a very unique story, to say the least. Not going to get into it here, but it's on that. What was that called? Here Come the Irish. That thing they
Oh,
did on.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, they did that whole thing on Peacock, but also some local Indiana news. Okay.
What a catch.
So 10 TV breaking news. We have solved the riddle of why Brian Smith was fired. 10 TV in Columbus obtained a personal file stating that Brian Smith violated the university's alcohol policy by admitting to drinking alcohol in his office, storing it in his desk, inviting assistants to drink after games. Technically, they are right, but that sounds like a witch hunt. I don't know. I guess I would have to ask what the rules are, but very, very interesting.
It's like what it's. I wonder if it would say in his contract he can't have alcohol in his office.
Unless he possibly has a problem. Which,
Correct.
if that is the case, somebody ratted him out. I hate to,
I bet you it was probably one of the players. No, I wouldn't say one of the players. Maybe.
A
Yeah,
coach with an
I'm
axe
not
to
going to.
grind.
Yeah. Hoping to get boosted up.
Also, I guess the Bears could be leaving Chicago. I know this is an NFL note, but the Bears could be leaving Chicago and going to Northeast Indiana.
Sure. Hold on, Duke. 1 second here.
I gotcha. Rich will be back. He's got something going on. He'll be right back though. But yeah, the Bears. I just seen this. That I don't know if this is even credible. That they could be expanding their search beyond Chicago. I'm sure the state of Indiana would love that if they would build a stadium in the region. Oh, dude, Bears fans will be pissed. It's that is a bizarre outlook if I've ever seen it. So there's that. Rich is back. Everything good, Rich?
Yeah, everything's good.
Could you and then we'll move on topics here, but could you imagine the Bears building a stadium in Indiana, in Northeast Indiana?
That doesn't make sense. They're one of the founding franchises in the NFL. Why would you moving out of Chicago?
Kevin Warren isn't. He's the CEO of the Bears, so let that perspective.
There you have it. Because I'm not seeing anything on NFL.com with regards to that.
It was just a post that I seen that they said they're expanding their search for a site outside of Chicago. What that means, I don't know, but I'm sure the region would love it. The state of Indiana loves declaring eminent domain. I'm being serious. They're about to do that to build a casino in my city. Yeah, because the rising whatever it is supposed to be, it's an Indian reservation trying to build a casino in Allen County, and they've blocked it, and I guess the state's going to fast track a casino through so they can get some of that tax revenue. Also leads us to the Heisman Trophy. Are you Diego Pavia out? This is going to
Oh
be
yeah,
super unpopular, but after
yeah.
not winning the
I
Heisman,
am.
I'm kind of done. Like your brothers are getting arrested every other weekend. They're showing your mom on TV, hanging out with Theo Vaughn. Like, it's
It was cool for a short minute. Now it's just getting overplayed.
yeah. And then one reporter, I guess, bodied Pavia. It said I'm trying to pick out the good parts here. He said, "Let's make this into a slight conversation. He's a 23-year-old kid and just a couple of months of 24-year-old shy." He said something about Johnny Manziel being 19, and then basically the the Heisman voters, which going to um, that's not going to come back and haunt him one day. Um,
No, speaking of, especially when you're trying to get prep for the NFL, what GM was going to want to take on that headache?
it's like the Shador Sanders thing. It's basically you're a sideshow. They are making you a sideshow. Do I think Pavia will be he'll end up doing like a podcast or something.
Or I think JB had something on his Instagram story.
I I mean because I hate to be that guy and say, "Oh, he's never going to make it, never going to make it, never going to make it." I don't know, but I think if I'm an NFL team, I'm going to shy away from the whole sideshow. Um,
Yeah, you don't want that distraction in your organization. Look what happened in Cleveland.
the Browns people that are Browns fans seem to think he's going to be the guy. Um,
Pavia?
Not Pavia, Shador Sanders.
Oh, Shador. Well, yeah, a lot of them they're pretty content with how he's playing. I like to see him get some quality whiteouts.
Yeah,
That might
so
help.
yeah, I don't follow the Browns that close, but it is what it is.
I have no choice. I got to hear about him.
Yeah, I mean because of where you live. So I guess this leads me to believe Super Talk Mississippi put out a projection for how much a home playoff game will do to the city of Oxford's revenue. They're anticipating $74 million plus in revenue.
That's a big chunk of change there.
So I I think that Ole Miss getting a home playoff game is huge for the state of Mississippi. I know some people would probably disagree with that, but it's kind of one of those deals that because there was a debate that I seen some people having is having the play not having the buys and all that. Is it better for the university um to have a home playoff game than having a
Yeah, neutral site.
neutral site game? What do you think is more beneficial? Sorry,
I think personally, I would love to see the home play like the whole playoffs be home playoff games. I know that's not not feasible because you got all those the Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl, those four big major bowls um, hosting. But the atmosphere of being in the home stadium, I mean, look at how it was at Ohio State last year against Tennessee
or Notre Dame.
or Notre Dame or Penn State. Having a home playoff game, you all eyes are on you. You're in your own backyard. You're with your fans. Pressure's turned up a bit. The atmosphere's off the charts. Why not? I mean, all the people still tailgating because the season's still continuing. I think it's highly beneficial for the universities and the teams versus going to one of those bowl games. where
Right.
you're it doesn't have the same natural feel as college football versus playing at home.
Yeah, I think that is something to be said. I like the home playoff games, but also there's too much money involved in the bowl games with sponsors and all that stuff. So
Right. Correct.
they're not going to do that. Now I think they're going to move the season up 3 weeks. I think they'll announce it next year to avoid all of this Kiffin one guy coaching two teams. Um, I don't know. Is Hartline going to stay with Ohio State throughout the playoffs?
Sounds like to me nothing's been changing. No, no,
So,
no, no nothing yet. Because the
okay.
game the game's in 2 weeks.
This is
2 weeks?
a
Yeah,
yeah,
2 weeks.
yeah. So this is a post that I seen that the College Football U posted. It said this has been one of the more crazier seasons we've seen in college football. If you told me these things in August, I would have doubt I believed you. Here are the things that we're going to go over, and we'll make this the last segment, and we'll get everybody out of here. Craziest season. Indiana is the number one team in the country. For the Indiana doubters, I mean, this is a tough pill to swallow. I think
Yeah.
the crying and whining out of the Ohio State fan base about Indiana being Big Ten champs is laughable to me, because I get it, they're not supposed to be there, and a lot of college football fans only bet with the logo on the helmet, and this time it bit them. And Indiana is the number one team in the country, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh.
A 7-5 team won the ACC. That's not near as shocking as
Let alone being at Duke University.
Yeah, I mean Duke. This is their first.
Duke football, man. We're so used to Duke basketball, not football.
I think Spurrier never even won the ACC when he was at Duke. I think the best he got him was like 10-2, and then as soon as he made Duke 10-2, Florida came calling, so he was gone. And then this is more wild. This was during the Virginia Tech South Carolina game. It says quarterbacks in the 2026 mock draft: Arch Manning, number 1, the Norris Sellers 2, Cade Klubnik 3, Sam Levet 9, Drew Aller 11, Garrett Nussmeier 16. None of those. I don't think Arch is coming out. Sellers.
Arch is saying.
Has Sellers declared?
I haven't seen anything with Sellers declaring.
Levet is entering the transfer portal. I don't think that's official, but Dillingham pretty much said that was happening. Drew Aller's draft stock is in the toilet, and so is Garrett Nussmeier's. And for all intents and purposes, so is Cade Klubnik.
Yeah.
It's very, very interesting.
Very interesting. I think the latest mock I saw was Mendoza going
number 1.
Number 1, Cardinals trading up to get him.
Here's a very interesting. There's a Canadian that plays for Florida.
Okay.
How tall do you think this fella is?
Gotta be 6'6".
No, he is 7'9". And he is on the floor right. He's on the floor right now, like a foot taller than everybody.
Oh, you're watching the basketball. Oh, I thought you were talking football. 7'9". Damn.
I mean, that is a large human.
That's Manute Ball height. I think Manute Ball was 7'7".
I mean, like, I just want to see him give this guy the ball. Like, that's unbelievable. But anyway, not to get distracted by none of that, because I know nobody gives a rat's ass about basketball right now. So moving on, 2 group of 5 schools in the college football playoff. That's hard to believe. Also, followed up with the wildest coaching carousel we've ever seen. James Franklin's the coach at Virginia Tech. That is kind of wild. Vanderbilt's quarterback almost won the Heisman and completely all of the goodwill that he had going for him, he completely threw that out the window at the end there. The Sherrod Moore situation wasn't on
still wild to me just how all those events transpired last week.
Here's another one. Penn State and Clemson both unranked. Indiana has a Heisman winner. 11 preseason ranked teams are no longer ranked, which I find that interesting. Lane Kiffin's the LSU coach. Notre Dame isn't playing in a bowl game, and FSU beat Bama and then has a losing season.
I couldn't think of a more wild college football season compared to with all the stuff that happened. This was like compares to like 2007, where how everybody kept getting beat and just the craziness that happened that year in college football.
Right. What was it? It was like teams 1 and 2 for like 3 weeks in a row just kept losing.
Everybody kept losing. Like USF was number 2. Oregon was, I think they were number 1.
Yeah, and they lost.
And then like Kansas and Missouri, they were like 1 and I think was Kansas number 1.
Oh no, the big man just threw it down with authority in the Florida game.
I don't think I got it.
There's only 34 seconds left, but dude catches a fast break and jams it home. They're feeding the big fella. That is going to be a problem in the NCAA tournament.
If I were you, I'd put money on Florida to win it all.
Yeah. So there's that. Also, other news. This is the headline on WSM TV. 4 Nick Saban invest in the Nashville Predators. Saban, a true sportsman, investing in some hockey. So there's that. Also, I don't know. That's kind of bizarre to me. But also, here's another fun fact. Head coaches with 0 CFP wins despite having high winning percentages. Dan Lanning, 46-7, no CFP wins. John Summerall, 43-11. He is at 796 winning percentage. Lincoln Riley, 90-27, 769. Brian Kelly, and it had to be a 50-game minimum. Brian Kelly, 110-39, no CFP wins.
Whew.
So, an Old Miss has beaten Tulane 14 times in a row.
There's always that one time, Duke, where they can go and shock the world.
I guess looking at the All-American teams, Ohio State ends up with 3 guys on defense. McDonald, Arvell Reese, Caleb Downs. Any complaints there?
No.
Mendoza ends up being the quarterback. And then Jeremiah Smith being an All-American. That's not a real shock there. Iowa comes in with their center and guard combo being All-Americans too. So there is that. You got to pencil in the Hoosiers with 1 Heisman winner. How the voting broke down. Fernando Mendoza ended up with 643 first place Heisman votes. Diego Pavia 189. Jeremiah Love 46, and Julian Sand 8. I'm just telling you. As some other awards, Mendoza wins the Ray Guy Award. Or not the Ray Guy
Award. That's the best center award.
Mendoza wins the Maxwell. Sorry, Jeremiah Love.
Maxwell, okay.
Jeremiah Love wins the Doak Walker. The Bednarik, Jacob Rodriguez. Thorpe is Caleb Downs. Mackey Award, Eli Sowers. And then the Coach of the Year, these are all via Fox. Coach of the Year, obviously, Kurt Signetti. And then Davey O'Brien is Fernando Mendoza. Also, did we talk real quick here? Got about 5 minutes left. Kyle Whittingham stepping down.
Yeah, it's a shocker to me. I'm surprised. He's been a big staple there down at Utah.
Right.
You think he's just maybe getting tired with the NIL stuff because he's an old school coach? I mean, Urban. He replaced Urban.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. Utah having a new voice in there. It's going to be very interesting, I think. But although they have oh dude, RJ Young a week ago released his top 5 coaching candidates for the Michigan job. Brian Kelly, Matt Patricia, Glenn Schumann, Jesse Minter. And and Brett Key as well.
Well, I know for a fact Patricia won't leave Ohio State. He loves Columbus. Minter, I could see him coming back to Michigan.
I don't think
Harbaugh telling him to go fix it over there.
I think Minter's going to get a head coaching job in the NFL. Look at the Chargers' defensive numbers.
I mean, they're good, dude. I mean, they're real good. So the Cardinals' job's going to be opening up, so he could go there.
Yeah, but Brian Kelly, Glenn Schumann, Matt Patricia. I think Brett Key's out. They have a ton of money at Georgia Tech. I think it would have to be a big-time SEC job to get Brett Key away from Georgia Tech. Glenn Schumann, I think that's a pipe dream because I don't think he's going to leave Kirby until an SEC job comes open. And Patricia is kind of a wild card. I know the dual fans, Lions/Michigan fans, will be pissed if they hire Patricia.
Oh yeah.
So I think
he's a good coordinator. I don't foresee him. I don't think I can see him as a head coach.
I think the three guys in a row there. I think Minter is out. I don't think Schumann's coming. I don't think you have enough. Michigan's got a ton of money, but I just don't think that Key is going to do that. And I don't think Patricia would go to Michigan again after the first stint. I don't think you could sell that to the fan base. And I think that everybody, the high opinion people will be the loudest on not hiring Brian Kelly. But the thing of it is I think it stabilizes the program. If they say, hey, Brian, could you come in for 2 years while we look for a coach? I think that it's
a good possibility, Duke. It's a very good possibility.
Because if they just tell the fan base, hey, we're hiring BK to stabilize the program here, we're going to that's what we're going to do. So
right.
There's that. Also, not that I'm trying to take a direct shot at Oregon. We're almost done here. But Oregon's non-con kind of stunk this year, and their schedule kind of stunk. Outside of them playing Indiana, they almost got beat by Iowa.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Here,
I'll read this year.
I'll read the schedule. Oregon, they played Morehead State, Oklahoma State, both stunk out loud. Northwestern, Oregon State, they beat Penn State, ended up firing James Franklin a couple weeks later, so Penn State ended up 6-6. They lose to Indiana by 10. They play Rutgers, Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, USC, Washington. Now they play JMU. I'm not saying that there is a how do I want to phrase this, because we'll probably cut this up, but I'm not going to go out there and say that it's a complete lock, but I think the teams to likely get upset this weekend is Oregon. So there is
put
that.
Some money on it.
DeQuarian Moore, a couple of Oregon wide receivers, Trey McNutt, Evan Stewart. Wow, they got a lot of guys questionable. Nobody real of note that I've seen that is out. But there is that. So, Rich, we have concluded. We've made it to the end. Any final thoughts? We're going to be how many more? We're 2 more sleeps until the college football playoff starting on Friday night. 2 more sleeps.
Nothing yet. I'll have to sleep on who I think are going to be the picks for this weekend.
I mean, we kind of gave those out at knee jerk, but we'll I guess we'll look at it closer when tomorrow. But you'll be back with us tomorrow. Appreciate everybody who has that watched the stream tonight. Also, if you can do us the biggest favor, hit that like and subscribe button, and we will talk to you tomorrow, same time, same place. So have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night, everybody. Catch you tomorrow.